I'm going to give a short introduction to the topic. Then my colleague Lydia will talk about the social media innovations case study. In the end, we're going to have a short conclusion and questions and answers, and if not necessary questions, but also discussion. What are your practices? What are you doing in this area? Shortly, regarding the introduction, as much as I understand, most of you are the owners of the family-owned businesses, so you are presumably very known with this topic. And I'm just shortly going to talk about the family-owned businesses, since this is the global topic. Then we are going to the social media innovation. Well, you all know you are working as family-owned businesses, and you know what hard work are you doing. But anyhow, when we look on the global scale, 2/3 of all businesses are similar to you. They are family-owned businesses. Some of them are small, some of them are quite huge, and therefore they are producing over 70% of global GDP. It is important to stress out that family firms hold a unique position in advancing the sustainability agenda as businesses that have been forged with future generation in mind. So you are doing it because of yourself and because of your the generations that are coming afterwards. You are constantly probably balancing performance against the legacy, and crucial equilibrium is central to the sustainability. And therefore, exactly family businesses for sustainable development is something that we have to have in mind when we are talking about this topic as the baseline. Furthermore, in today's world, which the climate tipping point have been reached, and societies around the world are facing different challenges. Stakeholders can no longer be the sole beneficiaries of the value creation. Today, people and planet must be considered every strategic decision in the leadership. And we can say, obviously, you are the leaders. You are the ones that have the power to lead the changes. Of course, when we are talking about family businesses that have the potential, the resources, and the market position in the end, to lead sustainable transformations, not only regarding one SDG, but I would say that most of the SDGs, some of them are quite pronounced, like the SDG 1, 5, 9, and so on. And they are, of course, those transformations are the main, can happen in all the key global industries, including the tourism, of course, which are dominated by the family businesses. Also, as you know, family businesses tend to be value-led with long-term investment goals, because they are less beholden than the public companies to the pressures of the reporting cycles and so on. And therefore, it's by embracing environmental, social, and governance issues, of course, they can increase their impact across the tourism sector and finally produce some kind of positive impacts on the sustainable development goals, not only globally. Of course, globally is very well, but I would even say more locally, with a very profound performance that can happen. And of course, it's important because of the future of our planet, but also because of the collaboration and the future development of each family-owned business. Here are just one example of the steps that can help us to ensure the sustainability of the family businesses. I believe that most of you know this and are also doing actions regarding that. But when we are talking about the first action, definitely it's bad to just start a business without knowing what is the goal of our business and what is this business going to do to our life, to our family life, and therefore we have to be very clear with ourselves and with our family. What do we want to accomplish to our family-owned business? And also have in mind all ups and downs of such a business that we are starting. Furthermore, it's very crucial to have a very strong cohesion between the family in the family-owned businesses, where perhaps some things are handled. Okay, I told you something yesterday, but it's important and crucial to have meetings just to improve the communication and bring in also topics that can help us to develop further. One of the topics which we are going to talk about is also social media and innovation in the family-owned businesses. It's also important to stress out that there are very wide possibilities to involve other stakeholders, also some kind of experts and speakers who can help us to improve our techniques of communication in the narrow circle of family, but also with our customers. And of course, it's very important to bear in mind that and truly assure that everybody is truly doing the best they can, of course, and to have the also important emphasis on the empathy for all the members of the family, which have to be included very closely in development of our business. And how to build a sustainable family business. Of course, there are also a very different perspective, but definitely family businesses can develop a model for sustainable family well by integrating their belief and purpose into the elements of their capital. Why am I talking so much about the belief, purpose, goals, and so on? Because it's also something that we are going to reflect through our promotion, through our contact with our customers. And there it's important to give wisely to the society, to give wisely opportunities to environment which we can help to recover through our actions, also to in the end be motivated to receive business opportunities which will positively impact us and the community, and of course to realign the investment portfolio with market trends and diversified. In tourism, it's crucial in the end. And finally, before we go to the part of social media, here are some tips to help you market your family business. Of course, first one, focus on social media. Therefore, we have decided to be today's topic, and of course on personal marketing. Make connections, stay in touch through email, through social media, and so on. Don't be afraid to try new things and get to know who are your customers. I believe that you don't have a lot of resources to make your own market research, but use those that are already existing. Use those information that you get in personal contact. And finally, get your website in order if you already don't have it. But that's one of the very, very pronounced mistakes. Website which is not very clear to customers is not a good website. And in the end, listen to the customer feedback and be willing to change. And don't be afraid to ask for the feedback. Perhaps it will, you can be afraid of its impact, but it will make you better with time. So here are just a few introductory notes, and now I leave my floor to my colleague Lidija Nujic, who is going to talk about social media.
Thank you, Isidora. Hi, hello to all of you. My name is Lidija Nujic, and I will talk a little bit about social media in the family-owned business. So, when we talk about social media, it includes interactive technologies that make easier the creation and sharing of information, ideas, interests, and other forms of expression through virtual communities and networks. So basically, social media is an internet-based form of communication. Since social media platforms allow users to have conversations, to share information, and to create web content. There are many forms of social media, including blogs, microblogs, wikis, social networking sites, some photo sharing sites, instant messaging, video sharing sites, podcasts, widgets, virtual words, and many more. So what is the role of social media in tourism, and how does it benefit your business? Could hashtags maybe help to grow your guest lists, or can TikTok boost your bookings? Is Instagram going to make your business more attractive? The answer to these questions is yes, yes, and yes to all of them. So if you are running a tourism business, no matter how big or small, you need to maintain a social presence too. That is because over 0.476 billion people actively use social media nowadays. And in addition, on the average, we spend 2 hours and 31 minutes daily on social media. So that means that the popularity of social media can be very useful for many tourism businesses, and also that people even nowadays expect you to be on the social media. So here you can see the top 5 most popular social platforms in the world, and those are Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Instagram, and in the 5th place, WeChat. So how does the social media influence tourism? The influence of social media on tourism is particularly visible among the younger demographics. Most users share the highlights of their lives and traveling on social media. 43% of millennials say they won't even go on a trip if they can't post about it. 51% of millennials say their travel decisions are influenced or inspired by Facebook interactions. And almost 85% of millennials use someone else's posts when they're planning their vacation. Furthermore, 46% of Generation Z travelers say that Instagram influences their travel decisions, and also 50% of them are taking cues from Facebook posts. Nevertheless, 30% of Generation Z and 32% of millennials see a direct engagement with a brand as the most important purchasing decision factor. So with millennials and Generation Z sitting at the top of the list at the highest spending travelers nowadays, it is actually important to understand the platforms they use during their decision-making process. Social media has also changed the customer services because tourism companies now can use social media channels to enhance their customer service, and they can offer availability 24/7, 365 days a year. But social media has also changed how travel and hospitality companies interact with customers to facilitate direct bookings. So 49% of hoteliers see that social media is the second most important marketing and sales priority. Social media platforms are also communication channels. They support the integration of artificial intelligence and chatbots that travel and hospitality companies can use to answer important questions or to enable online bookings. Moreover, 76% of travelers are willing to spend more when booking a hotel if most reviews are positive and if the score is high. So what innovations did social media brought to tourism? First innovation is user-generated content, or UGC. That is the content that regular people, so not business people, post about a destination. So for example, a guest in a restaurant will post a photo of their meal, or maybe a visitor in a national park will post a video of a waterfall, and so on. So in the past, destinations and organizations had to set aside a large portion of their budget just to reach a traveler. And even when internet sources became widely available, people had to search by themselves for tourism content. And that's where the social media has changed the tourism industry, because now customers can share their vacation photos and videos, and they can put destinations, hotels, private accommodations, and restaurants in focus. And they can let their friends know and their followers about these sites that they have visited. And also tags like location tags have expanded the use of social media platforms from travel inspiration to traveling planning resources. So the next thing you can use is building awareness and visibility and inspirations for free. So social media posts about lounging with a fantastic view from your accommodation, or maybe camping at a nature park, or going quad biking, horse riding, or whatever. It can inspire wanderlust, but also it can raise awareness of those places. So effective social media marketing will not focus only on inspirational content of your business, but also it will highlight the amazing aspects of the destination. So destinations and businesses should not have to wait for users to post about them. They should also create their own social media accounts and they should be active on them. So it will allow you to create a brand for yourself by publicly engaging with previous and potential customers. So therefore you can communicate with your audience and it's actually a two-way communication. Also, if you post authentic content, a destination can make their brand visible to billions of people around the world, which means that you can get a wider reach than any other type of media advertisement. And it is also important to mention that each social network has its free analytics that the platform provide. And with these analytics, you can analyze which posts did well, with what audiences and what time, in order to learn about how to engage with your preferred demographics. So the next innovation is advertising. So you can advertise. Business can also pay for social media advertisements, but without spending a large sum of money. So you can choose your own budget, no matter how big or small it is. Ads on social media, they encourage user interest and engagement. But most importantly, a paid advertisement can get content in front of specific target audiences. So it means, in other words, that social media will increase your visibility of your business. So with social media ads, you have the access to some of the details about your users' interests, their buying habits, community, and demographics, and also you can use this information to your advertising advantage. And of course, there is also influencer marketing, which is the next innovation. So I am sure that you have heard about it by now. A more recent way of social media has changed the tourism industry is with influencer marketing. And it means that businesses or some destination pay influencers to post about their place or product or service. So social media influencers are people that have a large number of followers, and their followers believe that influencers are experts in the field they are posting about. So if influencers are posting about traveling, their audience think that they are experts in all traveling matters. Their audience trusts them and trust their recommendations. So hiring influencers whose content aligns with the business brand can make pretty sense. So also social media influencers, they affect traveling decisions. And it includes creating desire, information search, evaluating alternatives, purchase decisions, satisfactions, and experience sharing. So considering all of that, can social media affect tourism business? Yes, it can. So each social media post can contribute to building awareness, trust, and to increase exposure, which also affects your bookings and reservations. So social media makes the booking process easier, and it helps tourism business to direct traffic to their own booking website or online scheduling software. Also, small businesses could even make bookings with messages in the absence of booking softwares. So you don't have to have a software to make a reservation. So the next innovation we see is using social media for sustainable decision marketing. So sustainable tourism takes into account current and future authenticity and longevity of economies, society and cultures, and environments in touristic destinations. Destination can promote sustainable tourism with social media by giving priority to authentic over viral content. And responsible branding can involve thoughtful storytelling, such as local customs and cultures as are a part of the tourist drive. So strategic tourism planners can limit over-tourism by choosing the right social platforms and influencers to target specific age groups and the type of travelers. And in the end, let's just mention some of the general tips for posting on social media. So, as the tourism industry is extensive and seasonal, you should be relevant when it comes to timing. Post regularly on social media, pay attention to the quality of the photos and reject bad quality immediately. Reply to comments and chat with your audience. Encourage action in every post. You can do that by simply writing book now, buy this, come to us, check us, call us, make a reservation. So have a varied content. The more different types and formats of the content you share with your audience on your social networks, the more exciting it is for them to follow you. So you can experiment with the different ideas, you can keep up with trends, and you can mix things up every now and then. And also, you have to know that the more followers you have, the more exposure you have, the more selling you will have, and the more bookings you will have. So now we will just go through some of the examples of social media posts in different formats. So on these formats, we can see some Instagram stories or Facebook posts, influencers. We can see posts in videos on TikTok and then Instagram again. And now my colleague Martina Gjurasic will present you a case study.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, my colleague Isidora and Lydia, for introducing the main points for the family business and for important things for the social, applying the social media in your business. Now, when we review all those things, I will give you good examples from Croatia that they applied in their business social media practices. So I will start with. Just a sec. I will start with first family hotel, which is located in Istra. It's called San Rocco Heritage Hotel Gourmet and also has a gourmet restaurant and spa center. From their website, first of all, on their website, they put all the necessary information regarding their family. Just a second. We will go now to their website to see the main points. So immediately on their website, they put up options to make online reservations. Excuse me, can you see the website now?
No, we actually, we see the slide, but we don't see the website.
Sorry, we are going.
I'm not sure if this is the slide or this is the website page.
Okay, we are going to share the complete screen, so it will be
okay. Perfect.
Okay, now you can see.
Yeah, this is the website. Yeah, thank you.
So on their website, they immediately put the options to make the direct online reservation. Up on the bar, they have a news and blogs, press and contacts. You can also choose the languages, and you have information how to contact them. So on their website, they also provide except the accommodation services, they provide restaurant services and spa services, all information. Regarding the social media contacts, down on the bottom, they put a link to their Facebook page, then Instagram and YouTube. So let's take their Facebook website and how they promote their hotel. They don't only offer like information how to book their hotel, but they also share with the social media website what they are doing, what's in their region, what kind of facilities and services are included, and etc. Just a second. As you can see here, you can get all information regarding their contacts, when they are open, how much, what's the price range. Then the newsletters from the Kult Plata Kamenica, which is famous for the restaurant services. What kind of prestige awards they got this week and in their region. So this is how they actually get in contact with their customers, current customers, and and how they inform their customers who were last year or several years ago in their hotel. They want to stay in touch with them. Also, just a second. Except of they have a Instagram. Just a second. Okay, yeah. Okay, so on their Instagram, they're also sharing the similar information as on their Facebook, but they are collecting more followers. And then on YouTube, they post some videos from their restaurants, how they make the wines, how they produce some new dishes, etc. Regarding the example of restaurant, family-owned restaurant, we took the example of a Boba restaurant, which is located on the island of Šipan, very close on the south of Croatia, on the Adriatic coast. On their websites, we will go now on their website. They also have a link how to reserve immediately their services and book the restaurant seats, but they have some other information regarding the menus, services. They have a virtual tours, and down on the bottom they have a link for the social medias, so they are well aware how social media is important for their business. So they put a Facebook, Instagram, and what is important also for the restaurant and also accommodation services is a TripAdvisor link. Actually, TripAdvisor account that they are active. So we will go on the second. We already saw the Facebook and Instagram, but I will show you the example of this is their Facebook website, and on the TripAdvisor, they even respond to their the customers' feedback, and they have their own marketing manager who is responding immediately to the negative and positive comments. So let's take this one. Amazing day at Boa, and the marketing manager immediately respond to this review and said that, dear guests, thank you very much for pointing out how you need a whole day reserve for taking called Boa experience. This is very important to show customers that you appreciate their comments and that you really like that they actually like their stay in the restaurant. So TripAdvisor tool is a TripAdvisor website is a good tool for getting in touch with and providing feedback to customers. And now at the end, we also posted one travel agency which is located on the island of Hvar. It is also family-owned business. They also use social media to advertise their services and to get in touch with people, to get in touch with their customers. They're using, except for the Facebook and Instagram, they're using Pinterest and a TripAdvisor websites to get in touch with customers. So this is a good example, a successful example in tourism. Now I would like to get in touch with you and to get some more feedback from you and how you use social media in your business. Does anyone wants to share their experience and actually what kind of social media tools are you using in your business?
Yes, you are free to ask any questions in case you are interested, either about the presentations or maybe share your own experiences if you have them. I don't see anyone that wants to share their thoughts. Mrs. Mata Jeric, please just unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hi, hello, hi.
If it's possible, I would like to ask one question. If you hear me, just please confirm. My name is Matea Jeric from Perfecta Travel Croatia. We are DMC offering incoming services to Croatia and neighboring country. So one of my questions is more related to quantification of amount or some average, if you're familiar with it, if you can share. So the question is, what is approximately average of participation of marketing costs related to social media in total annual revenue in the industry, in the travel industry? If you have maybe some information or data about that, and if you're able to share.
Okay, I will answer you that question. So actually there are...
We don't hear you.
Sorry?
I don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I will answer you that question. There are actually the budget depends on you. So if you want to take 10% of your budget to put it into social media, you can do that. So there are some certain research that are focused exclusively on how much budgeting you would like to put into social media altogether. But if you, for example, for social media, the thing is that you can have the smallest amount or the biggest amount of the budget and you can put it into social media. So it doesn't actually matter if your budget is big or small. So you can start with the smaller amount and then you can just see how your audience reacts to that. And depending on the reaction of your audience, you can start to expand your budget. Of course, you will have to keep track of what your audience is doing, how it's reacting on your posts. And then you can see, okay, these posts work, I will take them, and these posts aren't working, I will switch them with something else. But each of the industry is actually different. So maybe what's good for the restaurant is not good for a small hotel, for example. So that's kind of, it all depends on the business. I hope I answered at least a little bit of your question.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. So does anyone else maybe have another question or a comment?
Anyone else? you can, of course, unmute yourselves.
Does anyone can share their experience for using a Facebook or maybe TripAdvisor? Do you have some negative experience with a TripAdvisor?
Martina, I see a question in chat. So what is your advice for those who want to start investing in social media? It's asked by our colleagues from Nest, who are also official project partners of Tourism for All project. So what is your advice for those who want to start investing in social media? Do you have any particular advice?
So yeah, start. For social media, it's all about the picture or the video. So you have to have a quality picture or a quality video. If you have a blurry picture and you want to advertise, don't go with that. So make great visual content first, and then also write on the paper first what you want to share with your audience. So what are the main things about your business, what you want your audience to know about your business, and write a content. Then also you will make a brand on the websites when you start posting about your business on social media. So you will have to think about the bigger picture. And also don't forget to involve your audience. So if anyone writes you a comment, don't forget to write back. Give feedback. Yeah, give your feedback. Even you can just like their comments, but just acknowledge them that you have seen them. Mm-hmm. So the social media is actually a way of two-way communication with your customers, with your clients, and use that to your advantage. You can get information from your customers directly from social media, and just the best advice is just start now and use all the great things that you can use from social media.
And I guess that you should react actually how you would like, if you were a private customer, like the customer or a client of anyone, that how you would like to be treated. So you always, that should be your like standpoint. So all of us, I guess, when we ask any kind of questions or we want some kind of communication to make a communication with a certain service, we prefer if they could answer us immediately with some I don't know, answers which might be helpful for us. So I guess that you should react the same way. You should react to your customers like as soon as possible, and to be as I don't know, as educative as possible. So I guess that might be the right answer. But first and foremost, of course, the design of your visuals should be very appealing, and of course that might, because it's like the first things that your customers and clients are going to see, and you really have to take care about it and be aware that it must be really good targeted and designed well in order to attract.
I just wanted to add here, since we are talking about family-owned businesses, they of course are diverse regarding their size, but if we are talking really about small ones, like just renting in two apartments or something like that, and just happening in this moment, it's difficult to have a budget sometimes. But what has been shown through the practice very good and useful and resourceful is to always engage the younger members of the family to think about the content they would add to. They love to spend time on TikTok, Instagram, so on. And now it's perhaps a good opportunity to give them a path to develop themselves, to understand what is the business opportunities they can gain through that, and to help the family through that. So of course, no, you will not let, I don't know, teenager to lead your social media, but you can really get good ideas and good resources out of them also, especially if you don't have a budget in this moment, or you're just a building position. It can be a resourceful way to help you.
Yeah, I mean, probably if I may say like that, older generations are not so full of trust, or they don't have enough experience with social media. However, today you really cannot avoid it in any way, either your private or business life. So it's obvious that the social media has such a strong influence on people's opinions or the attitudes, on the preferences. So I think that everyone should adapt to the social media, not solely to have them as a tool of your advertising, but include them somehow, because I think that the younger generations maybe even do not watch TV or of course listen to the radio or look at the newspapers, rather than that they take their social media accounts and they browse through them and they get the information in that way. So at least in 70 or 80% of the cases. So I really believe that even though the people were resisting maybe at the beginning, I think now it's really inevitable to use the social media in your businesses. So at the end, you will have to do it, of course. Okay, so we have time for one more question, if there is any. So I don't see anyone raising hand. So we will wrap it up here. Thank you very much, ladies, for having such a nice presentation. And I hope that every participant of this webinar actually learned quite a lot. And of course, if you remember any questions later on, you can always send them to us directly, and we will, of course, forward them to Institute for Tourism and the ladies that had presentation here today. So thank you very much. Oh, I'm sorry, Nadine. I see the.
Hi, it is myself.
I'm sorry, I overlooked it. I'm sorry. Yeah, you.
It is, well, just let me tell you, it is not Nadine, it is Samson. I'm using my colleague's computer.
No problem. Whatever your name is, feel free to ask the question.
I am Samson. I just need to ask, in the PowerPoint and the presentation which you just share, are you going to share with all the participants?
If you would like it, I don't know if the ladies agree to share the presentation. Okay, so no problem. We will upload it as well. We will just let you know where it will be uploaded or how we are going to share it. I'm not sure right now, because I know that the audio of this, actually the entire webinar, will be available at the YouTube channel. However, we are going to see about the presentation and we will let you know. We all have your contacts, so don't worry, we will share the presentation as well. No problem. As soon as, I mean, we have the approval of the authors, so.
Yeah,
no problem.
Thank you very much, then.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so thanks to everyone once again, and let's keep in touch. Let's work hard. It's the season of the year. I guess that many of you now are just warming up and starting to have the high season in the next couple of months. So I wish you all good luck with your businesses, and let's keep in touch. Thank you very much once again. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Bye.